Welcome to Solve It Like a Marketer. I'm Stephen Hobey. Today, I'll be exploring how to stand out in a marketing job interview and what questions they may ask. If you like this video, please subscribe and don't go away. Now, with any job interview, it is vital that you prepare. So part of this process is to predetermine what questions you might get asked. Yes, these are educated guesses, but having an idea of what messages you want to convey in an interview will set you apart from your competition. Now, typically interviews go from sort of more general to specific, so keep this in mind. First up, why are you pursuing a career in marketing? This is a very open-ended question, and the answer could go in any number of different directions. So first and foremost, you want to show passion for your chosen industry. Link this drive and passion to more tangible examples. For instance, schooling that you may have taken, previous job experience in marketing-related work, or a mentor that has inspired you. Next, they may ask, what drew you to apply to our company in particular? Now, this is such an important one to nail. First piece of advice. Do research on the company you are applying for. So look at their website and read in detail. Read their annual reports, newsletters, online social media channels. Check out any campaigns they may have created. You need to be able to articulate why you chose this company. Why are they unique as opposed to others you may have considered? It can't just be about, I need a job. The interviewer needs to feel that you are invested in the company. Now, name the most important skills for a marketing career. So the trick is to name a few skills and then link them to yourself. For instance, do you have experience with social media? Are you a strong writer and storyteller? Do you work well in teams and in brainstorming sessions? So through this, you can also show passion for your work and dedication to your craft. They might also throw a curveball at you, such as, what do you think our company's target market is? Now, this is a bit upper level, and you might not get asked for an entry marketing position, but it's important that you prepare a response anyway. So from your research on the company, think carefully about the different market segments they may be hitting, and then the specific target audience. Think demographics, geographics, psychographics, and behavioral attributes of that target market, and be able to speak to all of these facets. If you can do this, you will sound quite adept at understanding market segmentation and the company's creative choices for campaigns. Next bite might be, say, more of a situational question. If a customer writes a negative review of a product or service on social media, how would you respond? Well, this is a perfect chance to show your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. So the key is to highlight customer engagement. So a negative review is a perfect opportunity to engage with that customer and find out more about why they are dissatisfied. How can the company learn from their mistakes and do better? Is there a way to turn this negative into a positive? Show that the company cares about all its customers and is always looking for ways to improve. They may ask you, how do you stay up to date with the latest marketing trends and techniques? Again, preparation is key. Hopefully you read marketing articles from a number of sources that you can name. What do you typically learn from these sources? How do they help you grow? Be able to name a few current trends in marketing. What are techniques being used and what is your take on them? For instance, influencer marketing or Facebook versus Instagram marketing? Are you enrolling in any training courses, seminars, or conferences, reading industry publications and blogs, attending marketing, advertising, or digital media conferences? Now, the final question can be the toughest of all of them, so you need to think beforehand. What makes you stand out from other candidates applying for this position? Now, again, because I want the job doesn't cut it. Think about what makes you unique as an applicant. What is it about your personality that makes you suited not only for the job, but for the culture of this company? What unique skills sets do you have that other candidates may not? And think about the different abilities and interpersonal skills you named in your resume and cover letter, and then expand on those. Lastly, how will you be of benefit to the company? So what do you bring? And how can you help the company grow? Needless to say, there are a myriad of other questions that could get asked, but if you can at least consider these, you will have in your back pocket some pretty strong answers. But how do you get your foot in the door and get the interview in the first place? Well, we've already talked about how important it is to tailor your resume to the job that you're applying for. In my book, that's number one. But here are a few other factors to consider. Review your online presence. So chances are prospective employers will at the very least, check out your LinkedIn profile. So make sure this is up to date. Think about the types of jobs you'll be applying for and how your profile should align with this. Do you have other work-related online profiles, websites, blogs that also need updating? Make sure everything is good to go before you start applying. Next, make sure you fit the job requirements that you are applying for. So this may seem obvious, but there is a tendency to apply for any and all jobs without actually thinking about whether you are qualified. So the starting point to this is understanding the job title. So take a look at the breakdown for the job. Google a job title and see what responsibilities and expertise are usually required. If you are targeting a handful of companies, make sure to do some research on the hiring manager. This isn't always possible if it's an online process or a huge human resources department, but if you are targeting smaller, mid-sized firms, do a little digging in terms of who may be evaluating you. Make sure you have an up-to-date email for the hiring manager so your correspondence goes directly to them and not a general email inbox. And craft your email with a PDF attachment that includes both cover letter and resume. Keep that email brief and to the point. If you pique their interest, then they will go deeper by opening the PDF and reading your cover letter, etc. So although your email may be brief, keep it punchy and not generic. So in essence, give them a preview of your cover and resume. So exhibit enthusiasm, expertise, and a willingness to be available for an interview at their convenience. I also suggest you chart your progress. So what I mean by this is to create a spreadsheet that tracks who you're applying to and when you applied. So this means you can track follow-ups. Just because you don't get a response right away doesn't mean people aren't interested. People are busy and timing is everything. So I would say give it a week before following up. Then follow up again after a month and track all of this in your spreadsheet. This will also help you to stay motivated. every day, set yourself a goal of how many you will apply for and meet that target. Slowly but surely, your chances of landing the right job will increase. If you can apply this steady approach, you are less likely to get discouraged. And every day, there will be a sense of achievement. Now, I do have a few final thoughts to share with additional tips. First up, in the interview, smile. So I know this sounds a bit obvious, but it is easy when you're nervous to forget to smile. Smiling can help to break the tension during the interview. It shows that you're not only professional, but friendly as well, the kind of person that people will want to work with. Next, watch your body language. So don't lean back and cross your arms, because this shows judgment or disengagement. So it's best to sit in a neutral position with relaxed shoulders. Ask questions at the end. You know, I've conducted a lot of interviews in my time, and when you get to that point, you want to see that the person has interest. And if they don't have any questions to ask, this basically shows a lack of interest in the job that they're applying for. So by asking a few, not too many, questions, you show engagement. When an interviewer is asking if you have any experience, any questions, they're actually not expecting you to inquire about the hours of work and when you get coffee breaks and vacation time. You want to show a genuine interest in the company. So ask the interviewer about their last campaign and how that went. Comment on how impressed you were with the website and ask about something related to this. So you need to show your intelligence, inquisitiveness, and willingness to learn. And if you've done your homework on the company, you should be able to pre-think 2 or 3 well-formulated questions. Finally, my advice to you is slow and steady wins the race. So possibly you will land something right off the bat, and if so, good for you. But chances are it may take a little time. So pace yourself. You need to be prepared along each stage of this journey until you finally land the job you want. So enjoy the process itself, researching different firms you want to work for, and various jobs within the field of marketing can be fun. So this will make the success of finally landing your job that much more satisfying. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. You can also catch me on Instagram and Facebook for extra content, and you never miss an episode. Links are below. I'll see you every week with a new video, so please do stay tuned. And together, let's solve it like a marketer.